EdwardHere I have another video for you. I have just finished a project here that I worked for a target that was set up by my remote viewing, my pal and remote viewing friend, Dustin Newcomb. I sent him a text on October 11th and just said, got any targets in mind? I needed a target. I needed something. I needed a target to get lost into. I've been working so hard, and I needed to get lost in a target. And so he sent me. He said, "Okay," and he sent me a target reference number, and it was off to the races. But I've been working very hard lately. I work a full-time job. I work a part-time job, and I get all this remote viewing done in between somehow. But I'm also doing a lot of remote viewing, a lot of training drills, and all kinds of things. I'm working very, very hard with remote viewing right now. And that is because I've been accepted onto a team with a couple of my absolute favorites. Friends, remote viewers, people that I just have the utmost respect for as human beings and as remote viewers. They are, in my opinion, two of the best remote viewers in the world. Dan Smith and Dick Allgaier. They're part of this crypto viewing team, and I've been accepted onto the team. So there's Dick Allgaier, there's Daz, there's Rock Arky, and there's myself on this team. This is their site here, the Patreon site. There's some focus on cryptocurrencies for a very good reason. But it's not just all cryptocurrency. There's a lot of stuff going on. This is in my opinion, this is a very important group. And there's a focus on some very important things here. Great things are happening here. And so I just want to put that out there. And I'll have a link for this. If you want to see, if you're interested in some very important remote viewing, check this out. I'm honored to be on this team. It's very, very important. It's very important to me to be on this team, be part of what's going on there. That is that. So as in the midst of all that, I needed to get lost at a target. That's what remote viewing is for me. It's like a vacation, depending on what the target is. So I reached out to Dustin. I said, "You got any targets?" He said, "Yeah." And I started working it. It turns out I just finished the project, and it's 5 videos, 5 sessions, and the fifth one was just, it was the last one I was done. It turns out, because Dustin, he picked some really, really interesting targets. I can't guess what he's going to pick, because he has a I can't guess what he's going to pick. He's too vast in his interests. The target was the Earth's core, the core of the Earth. I mean, who thinks about this stuff? Well, that's so great. Here is the target. This is the tasking. This is why I like. He just really puts together amazing tasks, and they really work, because I end up hitting a lot of these variables here. But it was 3983-1594 essential Q, the current composition and structure of the center of the Earth, herein referred to as the Earth's core or core. Viewing parameters, the viewer perceives only the intended target as it is specified by this target definition. The viewer describes only tangibles and intangibles that exist related to this target in the intended and stated tasked time frame. Protocols CRV, variables. The Earth's core, in addition to relevant aspects of the general target as defined by the essential Q, the viewer perceives and describes the additional tangential This is weird. Target aspects. Any information regarding the geological evolution of the Earth's core relevant to its current state. The current composition of elements within the Earth's core. The current physical construct, or I'm sorry, the current physical structure and or physical characteristics of the Earth's core. The relationship of the external strata described as the outer core, Earth's upper and lower mantle, and the Earth's crust. The complexities of the Earth's relationship with the star called Sun, centered in our solar system. This is where I started getting into these variables here. The complexities of the core's relationship with other planets and planetoids in our solar system. Again, this is the stuff that I was drawn into here. The complexities of the core's relationship to other planets and planetoids in outside of our solar system. The complexities of the core's relationship to the center of our galaxy called the Milky Way galaxy. The effect the Earth's core has on surface, land, and water masses. The effect of Earth's core has on inhabitants of Earth. The effect of the Earth's core has on the layers of atmosphere between the Earth's crust and space. The Earth's core relationship with electrical forces. This is the stuff I got into here. The Earth's core relationship with gravitational forces. Any significant intelligent, spiritual, archetypal, metaphysical properties associated with the Earth's core, and I got into that as well. What a tasking here. I hit maybe 60% of the variables here. This was very interesting target. Let me show you the session. But first, here is Dustin. He's talking about a little clip from him where he's talking about why he chose this target and kind of what it meant to him. So here he is.
Hi, my name is Dustin Newcomb. I put together target number 39831594 for Edward Reardon. The essential Q was the Earth's core. And this is something that I've been researching for a while now. In Western sciences, we're taught that the Earth's core is a giant ball of magma. Some subsequent papers have come out that said it could be a possible iron crystal in the middle of our planet. The Electric Universe folks believe it's a hot ball of plasma. So it's something that piques my interest, my curiosity. It's something that I feel like we don't really give it enough attention. We're on a giant ball, a sphere in the middle of a void, and we're drawn to the center of this sphere. That's why we don't flow down into space. So generated a lot of curiosity within me, so I decided to put this target together for Edward. And in the way that I'm structuring these targets, in controlled remote viewing, you're supposed to look at the target, everything else, falls by the wayside. It's the target only. Well, with this, there are so many complexities in what I'm calling the target variables around it, right? That I put together the queuing more like a contract, more like a list of things to view the target and then view the tangential aspects of that target. Things that I feel help flesh out the concepts or help flesh out a narrative about the target. I feel that this target, the Earth's core, deserves some attention. And it's a hard one to get feedback from. I mean, eventually, we'll get some feedback as our sciences progress and we're able to, drill down and explore the Earth a little bit more. I feel like it needs a lot of attention. And I think, in turn, it gave Edward some attention here at the end of this session. So as Edward says, many more to come, and I had a great time working on this, and we'll see you later.
Okay, see, that's why I like working targets with Dustin, because he thinks about things that I normally don't think about. And so when I remote view them, I get to really think about them. So here's the session, first one done on the 14th of October. And I'm going through here, I'm getting natural man-made stuff, natural energetics, my stage 2 stuff here, and I'm getting an object here, something oval, oval shaped, round, and mechanical sounds, and there's inside AOL, it feels futuristic, it feels very strange. I'm getting AOLs of mountains and stuff like that. Get my AI, my aesthetic impact familiar. I feel like I know this location. Yeah, Earth, the Earth. And I draw my stage 3. A round thing with a round thing in the center. Oval shape, hard and solid. I go in for another thing here. I'm getting an oval shaped round thing, solid object. And I'm moving through. This thing is flying, so it's moving, this oval thing. I'm not saying this is flat Earth. This is what I was perceiving. But the Earth is oval shaped. It's not perfectly round. I think it's the gravitational pulls or whatever, and the water and the weight make it more oval shaped. An object moving around, flying, moving. Earth, like the Earth, flying through space. I have an AI, my aesthetic impact. I'm feeling my curiosity is piqued. It's triggered here. This object feels very interesting. It feels curious. The object feels curious. It has a good feel to it, like non-threatening. It feels like a flying object. I don't feel threatened by it. It feels curious, like there is curiosity inside of it. I'm AOLing a UFO here. But I'm getting this almost like a communication here. It feels curious. So that piqued me. I do a movement here. Move inside the object and describe, and it's bright, light, spacious. There's a good welcoming feeling here. It reminds me of like a near-death experience of moving into the light. And this is what I'm drawing. This is what I'm experiencing here. Bright inside, glowing. AI, this feels very interesting. I'm getting these ideas of travel, traveling, gathering experiences, recording experiences. Recording experiences like record storage, data accumulation, absorbing information, storing information like databases. I'm getting this notion here like it's a record keeper, this is very interesting. It feels good. It feels accessible. There's a feeling of familiarity, like I've been here before, or that I know of it. So my curiosity is way peaked now. My curiosity neurons are exploding in my brain. What is the purpose of the data accumulation? That's what I'm curious about. The importance of data gathering, recorded history recorded, preserved, held, like a scanner recording, preserving. It's very bright like the sun. I have another aesthetic impact. It feels good, like it's good in nature, like whoever is behind this is good. I do a movement, pique my curiosity with that notion. Move to whoever is behind this and describe. Researchers for preservation, preservationists, record keepers, historians, long history, huge database. Their job is to record, gather data. It feels okay to me. I AOL the signal. Reminds me of the Akashic records. And I end. This is really interesting to me. Then to find out what the target was. This is interesting to me because 20 years ago I had the great privilege of having two readings with a real Akashic Records reader by the name of Roberta Herzog, who is unfortunately she's passed on. But she was the real deal. She was the real deal. Look her up, Roberta Herzog. And what I was feeling in this session was like what I was feeling when I was in communication with Roberta Herzog as she was accessing my Akashic records. And given the nature of the target as the core of the earth, I was feeling um, the record keeping, of this planet, that it is aware. I became aware of it. I feel it had become aware of me. And that'll be coming up in session number 2 and the rest of the sessions. This was really, really an interesting session for me. I'm going to have the entire session here for those who want to watch it and watch me go through this. But this is session 1 of the project of me remote viewing. I'm completely blind, of course, to all the tasking and everything of the Earth's core. So I hope you enjoy it, and check out crypto viewing. Check out the crypto viewing group. I'm going to have a link for these. These guys are the best. I love these guys. These are my brothers. I absolutely love these guys. So happy to be working with them. And that's it for this one, and many more to come. 3983-1594. A sloping, looping, point, cross, point, sloping, hard, moist, B, man-made, natural. 3983-1594. Across, curving, curving over, angle, across, hard, smooth, B, man-made. 3983-1594. A, curving, looping, across, sloping, across, hard, smooth, moist, B, natural, 3983-1594. A, curving, sloping, energetic. To smooth, moist, wet, dense, open, across, horizontal, curved, inside, above, round, flat, dense and heavy, angular, metallic, AOL break here. Object. I'm just getting the idea of an object, but I'm round, flat, because I'm getting this kind of, I'm ready to go into stage 3 here. Oval, flat and round, curving, inside, mechanical, dense, getting AOL here, futuristic. Get a few more of these here. Large, large, green, blue, dark, looping, AOL break here, mountain, mountain, remote, distant, quiet, AI is a feeling of familiar, like I feel like I know this location. Oval shape, hard, solid, else I want to draw here? Oval shape, round, solid, hard. An object. I'm just gonna stage 4.5 right now. This feels like an object. Stage 4, sensory dimensions, AI, EI, tangible, intangible, AOL of the signal, dimensions moving, flat, oval, purple, dense, moving, even the idea of flying, like flying, moving, moving around. I gotta stage 4.5 this again. An object moving around. Flying, moving. AI here, curious. This object feels very interesting. Very interesting to me. It feels curious. Like it has a good feel to it. Like non-threatening. Non-threatening. AOL of the signal here reminds me of a UFO. Yeah, that's what it feels like. It feels like a flying object. I don't feel threatened by it. It feels curious. Curious. Like there is curiosity inside of it. Stage 4, sensory dimensions, AI, tangible, intangible, able with a signal, able with a signal. I'm very curious about this. I'm going to do a movement. Move inside the object and describe. I feel like going right to it here. Bright light. Spacious. There is a good, welcoming feel here. It reminds me of like a near-death experience of moving into the light. Bright side, just like a bright light. Glowing. Again, my AI. This feels very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting. Very, very interesting. And the ideas of travel. Like traveling. Gathering experience. Of recording experience. Recording experiences like sensory dimensions, AI, tangible, intangible, able to signal like recording experiences like a record storage. That's not what I mean. It's more like data data accumulation. Data accumulation, or absorbing information. Absorbing information, like storing info, like databases. Like we stage 4 in this idea here. Like it is a record keeper. A record keeper. But, you know, again, my AI, it feels good. Feels good. It feels accessible. It feels accessible. There is a feeling of familiarity. Like I've been here. Like I've been here before, or that I know of it. That I know of it. Data accumulation. Do a movement on that. What is the purpose of the data accumulation? What is the purpose of the data accumulation? What is the purpose of it? It's like a just get this idea of like the importance of data gathering, history, recorded, preserved, held, historical, yeah, like a scanner. Like a scanner recording. Like that. Preservation. preservation. Very bright. Like the sun. Like the sun. Again, my AI just feels good. Like it's good in nature. Like whoever is behind this is good. I may need to explore that too. Sensory, dimensions, AI, tangible, intangible, AOL. Move to whoever is behind this thing and describe whoever is behind this. They seem like researchers. For preservationists. Record keepers. Record keepers. Historians. Historians, that's really what it feels like. Historians. Record keepers. Able to signal reminds me of the Akashic records. It's reminding me of that, like long history. Huge database. their job is to record. Gather data. Happily. I feel okay with this. I'm going to end on that.